Hey, welcome to Midtown Comics Times Square. My name is Greg. John is behind the camera. It's New Comic Book Day, so we're here to show off all the new comics and collections. But first, a little reminder. In Midtown Comics Times Square, as well as Grand Central and downtown, we have 25% off displays. And I just had to start here because Superman Volume 1 from the DC Rebirth line, that's 25% off. I cannot recommend this enough. I love it. Peter J. Tomasi, Pat Gleason, Doug Mankey, Jorge Jimenez. It's really, really, really good. So if you're remotely interested in Superman, check it out and save 25%. If you're wondering why people like Superman, check it out. It'll hopefully sell you on the guy. As you can see, there's also Grant Morrison's Multiversity. There's a lot to choose from here. You got two from Valiant, Unity, which is kind of their equivalent of Justice League or the Avengers. It brings together all these awesome heroes. There's also Ninjak. There's a web show starting later this year, live action. So if you're curious about Ninjak, or if you just want an awesome, spy assassin story, check that out. And then down there, you can see Secret Wars. The latest Secret Wars, that is also available. So once again, those are all 25% off. And then also, we have a Midtown must-haves display. There's a little movie coming out called Logan, which is loosely inspired by Mark Millar, Steve McNiven's Old Man Logan. As you can see, we have the trade paperbacks available as well as a hardcover. And if you're curious about X-23, we have the X-23 complete collection down here, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I also strongly recommend those. X-23, or Her Origin, is one of my favorites. Innocence Lost, it's collected in there. We also have some Green Lantern, Spider-Man, Archie, Loki, Miles Morales, Deadpool, and the latest Old Man Logan run, which is by a great creative team, Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino. All right, so those are collections, but now let's look at brand new comics. So on to the new release wall we go. Up first, Dark Horse Comics. They have a decent amount of comics out this week. For all the Buffy and Angel fans out there, there's a new chapter of Angel and Buffy. There's also Dark Horse Presents, which compiles a few different stories. Department H, Dead Inside, Ether, and Spell on Wheels. So a few options to choose from Dark Horse if you want some good variety. And then we also have an action-packed issue of Aquaman with an awesome variant cover. And then, speaking of awesome variant covers, of course, Tim Sale, who did Long Halloween, Dark Victory with Batman, and Chapter 2 of I Am Bane. Bane is one of my favorite Batman villains, probably my favorite Batman villain, so obviously I've been very excited about this. David Finch is such a great fit for Gotham. Let me, okay, I don't want to spoil anything, but I do want to show off some really good-looking pages, so bear with me for a moment here. You have the return of Bane's allies. If you read Nightfall, you know who they are. And then, where's a good teaser? There we go. Just Bane's ginormous hands crashing through a wall with Commissioner Gordon on the other side. I'll leave you on that note. Tom King, David Finch. Check it out. It's also Batwoman, Rebirth 1. She has a new series again. And to celebrate, James Tynion IV, the writer, he will be in Midtown Comics Downtown this Saturday. Midtown Comics Downtown is located on 64 Fulton Street. He'll be there from 1 to 2. If you want to attend, I strongly recommend showing up a little early. Try to get in line maybe an hour early. It's definitely going to be crowded, and it's only going to be an hour. So if you do want to meet James Tynion, get your copy of Batwoman Rebirth #1, maybe the Batman TMNT crossover, show up. Of course, some people may be, this may be their first experience with Batwoman, so they're going to revisit her origin before moving on and moving forward. Got that great black and white Jin Lee Nightwing statue advertised here. There's some really cool layouts in here as well. Let me see if I can find it for you. I obviously don't want to spoil too much of the comic, but I do want to. That's awesome. Get to see some cool layouts here, and then that one. That's the one I had in mind. Really good stuff. So once again, Batwoman Rebirth #1. She has a brand new series. And if you want to meet the writer and get this comic signed, James Tynion IV will be at Midtown Comics Downtown, 64 Fulton Street, this Saturday, 1 to 2 p.m. Please show up early. You can get up to 3 comics signed. Or just this one. Totally up to you. Stop by, say hi, meet James, talk about Batwoman, have a good time. There's also a new chapter of Harley Quinn, Nightwing, The Young Animal line, Cave Carson has a cybernetic eye. I've been hearing so many good things about that. It's also a new Green Arrow. That writer, Ben Percy, he will be in Midtown Comics Downtown on March 2nd from 4 to 5 p.m. My personal recommendation, get Green Arrow Volume 1. Get him to sign that. He also has a new James Bond coming out that week. And he's also doing Teen Titans. That's been very fun. As you can see, Otto Schmidt is doing the artwork here. Tends to alternate between him and Juan Ferreira, both very talented artists. And this is a return to the Ali many people know, more political. Of course, the goatee. As well as some characters from his history that longtime fans may recognize. Black Canary is playing a big part. Emiko Queen has returned. Shadow is in here. Diggle is in here. I strongly recommend reading this book. There's also new Green Lanterns. This is the second part of their team-up with Batman. And I don't want to spoil the last issue's cliffhanger, but a Batman villain is involved, as well as more of a cosmic element. I'll just say that. It's also He-Man and the Thundercats, number 5 of 6, therefore it's the penultimate issue. Whenever we do these videos, I see a lot of comments of people asking about He-Man and Thundercats. So you know what? Let's give you a quick preview. Got artwork by Freddie Williams II in here. He also did the Batman TMNT crossover. Very fitting soundtrack for this preview. Not sure if you guys can hear it. Alright, there's a lot to see, so let's move on. So also, if you're also excited for Injustice Injustice 2 like I am, hopefully you're also reading the comics. This is Injustice Ground Zero for 6. There's also a brand new story arc beginning here for Justice League. Part 1 of Timeless, Mother Panic. I've been hearing great things about this comic as well. As you can see, likely as Batwoman cameo. I haven't read it yet. Issue 3. It's also Odyssey of the Amazons. This takes a look at the Amazons before Wonder Woman. So if you like her mythos, obviously you should be checking that out. It's also Raven 6 of 6, the final issue of her limited series. It's also Superman 17. I've been loving this. And now we get to, I'd say this is likely my pick of the week. I haven't read too many comics yet, but I really, really adore this one. Super Sons, number 1. Peter J. Tomasi, Jorge Jimenez. Let me give you a preview. And Peter J. Tomasi will be at Midtown Comics Downtown, which again, 64 Fulton Street, tomorrow night from 6 to 8 p.m. So read the comic, say hi to Peter, get it signed. If you're looking for other recommendations, I recommend Superman Volume 1, which is again 25% off here at Midtown Comics Downtown. I also recommend Batman and Robin Volume 1, Born to Kill. It's one of my favorite Damian Wayne stories, as well as a great Batman story. I just love the dynamic between these two. They're always trying to one-up each other. Let me skip ahead to one part. I really love this about how they were about to fight, and they talk about how they would beat the other one. Well, I would have dodged your kick and knocked you out with the left hook. Is that so? Yeah, that's so. It's two kids trying to one-up each other. We're like, I hit you with an energy attack. Oh yeah? Well, I would have had a force field. It's fun. And then let me show off that panel right there. Great stuff. So once again, Peter J. Tomasi, the writer of Super Sons, as well as the current Superman run, previous Batman and Robin, as well as Green Lantern Corps. He'll be at Midtown Comics Downtown, 64 Fulton Street tomorrow being Thursday, from 6 to 8 p.m. Show up, get up to 3 comics signed, talk to Peter, have a good time. Hopefully I'll see you there. Got also, I believe, a Dustin Nugent cover right here. Also Trinity. I believe that's the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Let me check out the cover A, though, for you guys as well. There we go. Of course, Trinity, as you can see, and if you're familiar with DC, revolves around Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman, their adventures together. I'm a few issues behind, but I really, really enjoy what I've read so far. So I'm looking forward to playing catch-up, and hopefully you guys are all enjoying this as well. And another big release for DC. But before we get to that, let's take a look at a lot of collections available as well. Wonder Woman 77 Volume 2, Action Comics Volume 1. John and I recorded a video yesterday highlighting this comic, showing off why you should check it out and pick it up. You can just look through the feed for that, or go to our YouTube page, Midtown Comics TV, to watch that video. If you just want to see Superman, Lex Luthor, and Wonder Woman taking on Doomsday, there you go. Have fun. There's also Red Thorn, Green Lantern, Future Quest Volume 1, Batman and the Outsiders Volume 1, The Golden Age of Batman Volume 2, and Batgirl, a celebration of 50 years, as well as a few other collections from Dark Horse Comics. And then this is a big release for DC, The Wildstorm #1, written by Warren Ellis. If you know who Warren Ellis is, you know he's an immensely talented writer. And this is, of course, a return to the Wildstorm universe. Alright, let's move on.
You show them that Jim Lee cover?
Where is it?
That one.
There you go. Here's a cover by Jim Lee. And we also have a new Lucifer from Vertigo, as well as Unfollow. And then from Boom Studios, WWE #2 for all the wrestling fans out there. And if you love the Power Rangers, issue 12. There was a big reveal recently. I won't spoil it, but made the news. It was that big. So if you're interested in that franchise, you should be sleeping on this one. Give it a shot. And then we have a whole variety of new titles. Titan Comics, The Forever War #1, brand new series. Generation Zero #7 from Valiant. There's also Savage, I believe #4. Yes, Savage #4 from Valiant Comics. And then IDW and DC have been working together to unleash a second team-up between Batman and the Ninja Turtles. The first one was the comic versions, and now it's the animated versions. You have the Kevin Conroy Batman with the Batman the Animated Series universe, as well as the current Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's fun. It's exactly what you'd expect from it. It's a good time. It's also Star Trek Boldly Go from IDW, as well as a new chapter of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Slash front and center. And as you can see, that cover is by co-creator of the franchise, Kevin Eastman. And then we get to Image Comics, who have a ton of new comics. God Country #1, if you missed out on it, it's reprinted. And then if you really loved it and you're curious about what happens next, issue 2 is on sale today. Or if you just want to give a brand new franchise a shot, you could just pick them up both today. Here's another cover as well. There's also Horizon. That's also from Skybound. New chapter of Invincible, which starts a new story arc, the end of all things. It's also a brand new Killer Bee Killed by the great creative team behind The Winter Soldier. As you can see, this cover is, of course, a nod to The Walking Dead, very first issue. I'll give you a look at the other cover. There's also new Manifest Destiny. Before we move on, let's see, there's a new Rick and Morty collection for all the fans of the animated show out there, as well as Lock and Key, Small World, a few others. Seven to Eternity, Rick Remender, Jerome Apena, Matt Hollingsworth, colorist, Scooter Girl. For all the Bendis fans out there, the new Avengers, the complete collection. I haven't read that in a while. Maybe I should pick that up and reread that. I had a lot of fun with that back in the day. Alright, there's also Eclipse. And then when we get down here, there's new Rockstar, Sex Criminals with a cover that is, of course, a nod to The Wicked and the Divine. Spread for all the horror fans out there. If you like James Carpenter's The Thing, check that out. There's also They're Not Like Us. And from friend to the store, Frank J. Barbieri and Victor Santos, Violent Love. Brand new issue of that as well, issue 4. And The Walking Dead returned to TV, and now it's returning to the comic stands as well, issue 164. And now we get to Marvel. They have a bunch of new comics on sale. U.S. Avengers #3. You know what, since this is a pretty new series, I'm going to give you guys a preview of it. one or two more pages for you. Arcade, who will also be appearing in the new Elektra series. Elektra's going to flee to Las Vegas to try to get away from things, but it turns out Arcade is there as well, and he has her in his sights. If I was Arcade, I would not mess with Elektra. That does not seem like a wise move. There's also Black Panther, World of Wakanda, number 4, if you want to see more of T'Challa's world, which is, of course, Wakanda. There you go. There's also Sam Wilson, Captain America, number 19, as well as Steve Rogers, Captain America, number 11, and Daredevil, 17. Now, Daredevil is finally revealing how he's keeping his identity a secret. Let's not spoil anything, of course, but this is going to be a big story arc for Daredevil fans. Let's take a look at Captain America, though. Because, of course, Secret Empire is on the way. So this, as well as Sam Wilson, Captain America, are going to be critical books moving forward. And you know what? Also, it's by Joe Jusko. He has a whole line of variants for different characters, and they all look great. So obviously, if you're interested in the Marvel Universe, you should be checking out Steve Rogers' Captain America. It's written by Nick Spencer, and he's going to be the writer behind Secret Empire, which starts this summer, which is the next big event. Alright, that's plenty of the issues, so let's move on. Also have a great cover right here. And then speaking of Captain America, we have a new chapter of Deadpool with Captain America right on the cover. And there's also Doctor Strange, 1.mu, which is a Monsters Unleashed tie-in. If you're wondering what Monsters Unleashed is, well, you really shouldn't be. It's in the title, Monsters Unleashed. They're giant monsters in the Marvel Universe, and it's up to the heroes to take them on. So if you like Pacific Rim, just giant monster movies, you want to see the heroes taking on these ginormous threats, Monster Unleashed is where it's at. It's just a bunch of fun action. You know, a lot of big events, they look to shake up the status quo, make drastic changes into the universe, but this one's just looking to give the reader a lot of fun and provide a lot of entertainment. Alright. I believe this is also one of V's picks. We'll get to him in a bit. So that was the Monsters Unleashed tie-in with Gwen, Monster Gwen on the cover. And then there's also Doctor Strange 17. Gamora, number 3, which is written by the co-writer of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So that's very cool. I'm going to give a super quick preview. I know John's arm is getting tired the longer we do these videos. So, but with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on the way, I want to show people there's a great outlet here for Gamora. And again, it's written by Nicole Perlman. She wrote Guardians of the Galaxy with James Gunn. Alright, so Gamora, number 3. So if you missed out on this, you're only 3 issues behind. You're very easy to catch up. Gwenpool, number 10. Number 12. The Uncanny Inhumans, which is an Inhumans versus X-Men tie-in. Number 19. Invincible Iron Man from Brian Michael Bendis and Stefano Caselli. Number 4, featuring, of course, Riri Williams. And then Cullen Bunn very generously signed a bunch of copies of Monsters Unleashed, number 1. So if you're a fan of Cullen Bunn's work, you love Monsters Unleashed, or you like it, check it out. This is, of course, also the Midtown Comics exclusive cover by Arthur Adams. So you can only get this at any of the Midtown Comics shop or online, midtowncomics.com, of course. And then, in addition to reselling Monsters Unleashed, excuse me, sorry, getting over bronchitis, going to be coughing a bit. In addition to that, there's also Monsters Unleashed, number 3, brand new chapter. And as you can see, there's a variety of covers here. And before we move forward, Marvel also has quite a few collections. I'll let John give you guys a look at that. You got Extraordinary X-Men, a look at Wolverine's earlier years, as well as Runaways, Guardians of the Galaxy, excuse me, 2 Deadpool collections, and a Captain Marvel collection. Okay. There's a few more releases from Marvel. Patsy Walker, aka Hellcat, for all the if you like Jessica Jones on Netflix, check this out. She's of course a supporting character in that. Got a new chapter of The Punisher, new Silk, which is a Clone Conspiracy tie-in, as well as Spider-Man, which is part 3 actually of sitting in a tree, which involves, as you can see on the cover, Spider-Gwen. And then we have the final chapter of the Clone Conspiracy from this event. There's of course more after it, and it'll have ramifications and everything, but this is the big conclusion to the event. So if you like Spider-Man, if you like Spider-Man's supporting cast, obviously mandatory reading, and you have this amazing Delato cover right here. It's also Star-Lord, and you know what? This, I believe, is one of V's picks. Is that right, V?
Yes, it is.
V, come on over here and tell these people why they should be reading Star-Lord, and give them a look at it as well, if you're cool with that.
Well, if you guys are a fan of the movie Guardians of the Galaxy and also a fan of Chip Zdarsky, this is the perfect book for you to read. Like, it's a smaller scale than the movie, obviously, since, you know, the Guardians are stranded on Earth, but it's really fun to read, beautiful art. Little previews here. It's definitely a good time, though. Speaking of Chip Zdarsky, he's also writing one of my other picks, the Doctor Strange Monster Unleashed tie-in.
Okay.
And that's the perfect thing to put Doctor Strange in. And written by Chip Zdarsky, guys, you can't go wrong with it at all.
And are there any other comics you'd like to recommend from Marvel? Because you're our go-to Marvel guy here at Midtown Comics Times Square. Even though you're wearing the Batman hat.
I play for both sides, man. Come on.
That's fair. That's fair. You got to keep open-minded.
Clone Conspiracy had a pretty good run today. It was a good issue.
I don't want to give away anything, obviously.
Yeah, please don't. It's fun to find out. But yeah, I'd say that my topics are Star-Lord, Doctor Strange, and Punisher was also really good. But
Punisher?
A lot of people don't give enough credit to Captain America, Steve Rogers, because, you know, Nick Spencer is just killing it with that. Say what you want about
Secret Empire as well this summer.
Yeah, say what you want about what you feel about Steve Rogers. He's always been an embodiment of the state of America, and it couldn't be more accurate.
I will not go there. Let's move on. No, V, thank you very much,
seriously,
man.
Captain America, good run.
Any closing comments you'd like to give to all the people watching right now, just about Marvel and comics in general?
If you love the movies and you want to catch some Easter eggs in future movies, definitely check out the comics. Have fun with the friends. Don't have to look up online and look up the Easter eggs. You can catch them right away on your own. Read the books.
V, thank you very much, man.
You got it.
Thank you. Oh, and we have Vic here as well. Oh, wow. 2 Midtown Comics employees. Vic, have you read anything this week?
Batman, as always.
Okay, I Am Bane Part 2.
I Am Bane Part 2. God Country number 2, which was excellent.
So why should people out there, because God Country number 1 is reprinted today.
Yeah.
From Image Comics. If someone out there has no idea what God Country is, why should they check it out?
Man, if you're a fan of the Paybacks, which was originally with Dark Horse and then reprinted through Heavy Metal, same team. If you're just interested in stories that's multiple genres blended into one, that's alone you should read that. It's just basically Grandpa gets the magical sword, all of a sudden he's very vital again, and he gets to live, and then the gods who own the sword are not very happy about that. So that's basically like the basic gist of the story itself, and that's more or less all you need to go. If saying anything more, it's just gonna like ruin it.
Sure.
You should just go in, read it, and just enjoy it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And any other closing comments? Comics?
Man, a lot of good stuff out this week. Guys, pick up 7 to Eternity from Image.
Volume 1 is out.
Volume 1 is out. Future Quest Volume 1 is also out.
Yes.
If you're a fan of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons and always want to see Johnny Quest just team up with the Herculoids and everyone, Frankenstein Jr., it's a lot of fun.
Cool.
A lot of good stuff.
All right, Vic, thank you very much.
You're welcome, guys.
Oh, also, did you want to give some love to John Wick 2?
I did, yes.
We do have a John Wick 2 Funko Pop.
We do.
And
yeah.
there is a comic coming out from Dynamite, so it's relevant.
Yes.
And I love the movie as well. Watch people check it out.
It was excellent. If you guys seen the first one, then I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But it's longer. It's 2 hours this time, which is better.
It's like 2 hours, 2 minutes, I believe. Yeah.
So more action sequences. Common. If you're listening, you need like a lead role in anything. Jon Stewart, whatever you want to be, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's a great sequel.
He had a little more screen time than he did in Suicide Squad. Just a little bit.
Yeah, just the slightest bit. But seeing him go hand to hand with Keanu was great.
That was great. Yeah.
It's a really fun, smart sequel. It's also great when you actually get to see the action play out, not cut up to make
Yeah.
it look like it's fast.
It's not 17 cuts of Liam Neeson jumping over a
No,
fence.
it's not. It's not
No?
Jason Bourne. You know, it's none of that. It's just like it's
Yeah.
old school, the way
Yeah.
it used to be.
All right, cool, Vic. Thank you very much,
You got it,
man.
guys.
All right, so there's a few more Marvel comics. Let's check them out. Obviously, you just heard from V why you should be reading Star-Lord. For all the Star Wars fans out there, there's also a new chapter of Poe Dameron from friend of the store, Charles Sewell, as well as the very talented artist Phil Noto. There is also the Mighty Thor, excuse me, number 16. Also the Ultimates 2, number 4. Got this great Silver Surfer variant, and also it's a brand new Venom, issue 4. And as you can see, it features a previous Venom host, Scorpion. The next issue is going to be a very big one, so be sure to check this out. And this variant sold out online. You cannot get this variant online. It's only in store at this point. So be sure to, come to Midtown Comics Times Square. Call ahead to make sure it's in stock. I'm not sure if Grand Central or downtown has it. Be sure to call and check just to be safe. And if you're excited about Logan, Marvel is conveniently giving you a very affordable way to check out great comics with both Wolverine and X-23. So check it out, True Believers. It's only $1. You got a comic with X-23, as well as the first chapter of Enemy of the State, which is Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. This is an action-packed, great story. Features Daredevil, Elektra, the X-Men, a whole lot of cameos. It's Wolverine taking on a bunch of heroes end to hand. I'm not sure which comic this is. I have to check. Oh, Innocence Lost. Silly me. Innocence Lost is X-23's origin story. It's one of my favorite stories. So if you want to get a taste of her origin, you could check it out for $1. If you like what you read, you can pick up the collection. And one of my favorite Marvel series over here, Old Man Logan, number 18, Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino, Marcelo Maiello. Now, this may be, I'm not sure if this is the last chapter of Return to the Wastelands, but I know that unfortunately Andrea Sorrentino's leaving the book so he can work on Secret Empire this summer. Alright. And then there is also Uncanny X-Men number 18, which is an Inhumans versus X-Men tie-in. So that is it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we reminded you about a new release or two, and you'll be motivated to check them out. Hopefully you enjoy reading everything else. Be sure to talk to your friends about comics as well. If they're interested in the movies or TV shows, make some reading recommendations to them. Hopefully they'll be won over and give comics a shot. Thank you very much again for watching. Be good to each other, and enjoy New Comic Book Day.